For today's task, I would like you to describe an important stage of your life.
An important sorry, an important stage of my life would be my childhood. Why is my childhood? Because it's a root of what I am today. What I basically my life fundamentally started from my childhood. What I have adapted back in the day is what formed the personality and skills that I have. Because it's also a very memorizable phase in my entire life. Every time I bring back the memory, it's like I have a surge of nostalgia suddenly hit me, and I sit there and think of how my life was back then. In the old time, I was in my old family house, which was in the middle of Hanoi. The house was not big. It was not pretty. It was a humble size with has a humble size with a very nice tan yellow exterior coloring. The funny thing about the house back then,
Oh no.
I was young and I think the house was big. I ran around up and down and still think that I still have enough space to keep running. Yet recently, when I came back, I noticed how the house has become smaller, and that was the moment when I realized that how much I have grown. Uh, a memorizable moment in my life was back when I was with the playing football with the children in the alley. Yes, my house was in an alley. The because it was in an alley, the space between houses were not really large, and the people there was they were very kind and subtle. And because we live so close to each other, we have built up such bond and made our community become something strong. And yeah, I used to play football with the kids in the alley. We it was Usually there were very competitive matches, and we were not playing by the rules because we were hard-headed and very bad-tempered kids. However, because of these football games that we have played with each other, we have built up such friendship that when I left the whole house, I just feel it was a very melancholy moment, and till this day I still detest it. And why this phase was one of my enjoyable part, because it was when I was a child. I didn't have to worry much about life. I was carefree, and I can be a person as a young person, a child, but enjoy as some multiple aspects of life and also learning through those aspects. This is why childhood was the best stage in my life. Thank you for listening.